Dick Trickle will probably try to draft him right towards the front because both cars there are very fast.
Ernie, it looks like in traffic almost everybody's having trouble keeping the car on the bottom when somebody's behind and below them.
Well, I tell you, the biggest thing is like when Kenny Schrader went into that corner, he was right underneath Dick Trickle. Dick Trickle was right at the right-hand side of his car, and that makes it where there's not any air holding Kenny Schrader's car down. So it just has to go up the racetrack. Now, if Dick Trickle wanted to, he could have really banged into Schrader and probably caused a wreck, and, you know, it was a give-and-take deal.
How do you know that? Ernie, how do you know that?
Which part of that?
Oh, I'm glad I don't sit in the middle up here. 21 laps are complete. 2 by 2. Here comes Todd Bodine looking on the inside of Hutch Strickland.
Todd Bodine's worked his way to the bottom part of the racetrack, the fastest way around the racetrack. But as you said, Ernie, he's got to be very careful. The back end of that car will get very light coming up out of that corner.
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, Todd's car, he can't really go through the corner like he would want to go. If he would have been by himself, he would have been cleared him instantly.
Now, remember, 5 cars qualify for the All-Star race. Right now, it's Todd Bodine, Hutch Strickland, Lake Speed up in the first 3 spots. Robert Presley and Jeff Burton, Revestis number 8, that multicolored car. That rainbow-hued machine right behind Presley's green and black 33. Jeff Burton is on the transfer spot. He is the bubble car.
Now, the guy that's really trying to get up there right now is right behind them, and that is Mike Wallace. He is running in the 6th spot at this moment.
And then you have Ken Schrader after that, you know, with the Budweiser car.
Yeah, the temperature is going up in the kitchen right now. You're getting some really heavy heat up there in the front.
They still got quite a few laps, so, you know, chassis are going to really play a key on this deal.
Todd Bodine has checked out.
Look at Robert Presley there. He made it up. I mean, he went down on the flat going into turn 3. That's Jeff Burton trying to make a move in the 8 car on the outside there.
And Ken Schrader's passed Mike Wallace. It moved Schrader up to 6th. Jeff Burton battling Robert Presley, the sophomore and the rookie. Dave Marcus is on pit road. Ken Schrader banged that thumb again yesterday when he backed into the wall in qualifying. Halfway next time by.
You know what, Mike? The last thing on his mind right now is his thumb. He's trying to get in this Winston Select. I guarantee you he has no feeling whatsoever in that finger right now.
4 cars under a blanket.
Whoa.
Only 3 of them in qualified spots.
Jeff Burton is really flying around the bottom of this racetrack, side by side with Lake Speed going into turn 3.
That's the loosest part he can get right there is Kenny Schrader right on his bumper.
You see him backing up
car outside.
He had to get out of the throttle there, and he lost about 15 car lengths on the car that he was racing, Lake Speed.
Right, and Schrader jumped to the outside of him and went ahead and passed him.
Schrader's up there, Mike Wallace, Jimmy Donlevy. Riley Myers, number 90, would like to be Todd Bodine well out front.
Bobby Hamilton just, oh, that's Petty going
Kyle
in
Petty.
there. Kyle Petty. How can you mistake that car?
You remember that one time Kyle had slowed down and you'd said something about a car smoking, and then all of a sudden he took back off, so he could have ignition trouble or something like that.
Kyle Petty out for the night, so is Dave Marcus, whose Olive Garden Chevy has been pushed to the garage. Napa. We keep America running. Let's show you how they're running at halfway. Todd Bodine, they're lapping past the 84 of Norm Benning. Only 5 cars to transfer. '31-year-old Todd Bodine leading them around the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Mike, he is checked out. I'm telling you, he has about a 15-20 car length lead at the moment. He looks like he is dialed in. The rest of them are just chasing where he used to be.
Bobby Hamilton down to the inside on Ricky Craven. Some good battling here. Meineke car 29, Steve Grissom. And Joe Nemechek in 87.
Look at Steve Grissom go to the outside. No deal. Ricky Craven, checkmate. He moved right up on him there.
This bunch has a lot of laps together in the Busch Grand National Series, but for Hamilton, they've all raced many years together. 29 laps down, 21 to go. There you see the lights along the inside of Charlotte Motor Speedway. As they head back up into turns 3, there are the new grandstands at turn 4. Back to the stripe. 30 laps of 50. Schrader and Lake Speed are side by side up there.
That's Joe Nemechek there underneath Steve Grissom as they go into turn 1. Looks like Grissom got the spot there. He's moving up behind Bobby Hamilton, the 43 car.
That much 6 seconds behind the leader, and you see that Schrader has moved on up and dragged Robert Presley with him in 33, the green car.
Boy, Robert Presley's car is dancing around. That car looks really loose in the center part of the corner. He'll have to really be careful not to let anybody get on that right rear corner.
Ken Schrader is now third as it's a 2-car breakaway. Hut Strickland has also left the pack. Third, fourth, and here's the battle for fifth. One of these 3 cars will get in the big show.
Well, I think Lake Speed's fighting a pretty ill chassis at the moment. He's not able to stay on the bottom of the racetrack. You see Ward Burton in the 8 car there. He's waiting on the 9 car to go up as he's doing right there. He's chasing a bad chassis.
Now, Jeff Burton looked so strong early in the number 8 car.
Well, so did Lake Speed too. You know, it's but that's the thing. The racetrack's changing because the weather's changing. You know, the sun's down.
Did you see Lake Speed's car just as he went in the corner there? It went straight up the hill. He was real lucky to save it.
And Jeff Burton will get the spot, but what does it mean? Nemechek in the wall. Joe Nemechek grinds it against the concrete, and caution comes out once again. Joe Nemechek tries to drive it away, but it looks like his night here of All-Star Racing is over. 33 laps down, 17 to go in the Winston Open. We'll be right back. Highway transportation for TNN provided by Cedar Ridge RV Center, Branchville, New Jersey, featuring Winnebago. Call 1-800-988-4884 to see why Cedar Ridge's choice of champions. As the sun sets in the west, from our Duralube aerial camera, have a look at Charlotte Motor Speedway here, where surprisingly many of the leaders have stopped under this caution flag. Brought out for Joe Nemechek's spin up into the wall at turn number 2. Now, Ken Schrader did not stop. He is the first of the 21 cars that are on the lead lap. This is the 4th caution of the night. Robert Presley is 2nd. Mike Wallace is 3rd. Lake Speed is 4th. Bobby Hillen Jr. is 5th. Here's Glenn Jarrett.
Well, Mike, the leader going into that caution flag was Todd Bodine. He didn't want to stop, but he radioed in right before the caution. The car seemed to be running a little warm all of a sudden. Now, this is not something that was left over from my dinner a while ago. Some fan had a little picnic here at the racetrack all today. This paper plate was stuck to the front grill section of Todd Bodine's car, not allowing enough air to flow through it, therefore running it hot. They came in, threw it away, put 4 tires on, sent him back out. So I think Todd is okay now. Let's go to Randy.
But after Todd pitted, the next 4 guys stayed on the racetrack, so they would have about 33 laps on their tires as Greg Sachs pulls off a pit road. All the rest of the guys come down pit road, everybody complaining, loose, loose, loose. They took a couple of rounds of wedge for Morgan Shepherd, Michael Waldrop. Everybody took on 4 tires back out. The question up there in the booth, what about 33 laps on these tires? What about those 4 guys up front? Are they at a disadvantage now?
Randy, we'll find out when in just a moment here. That piece of paper plate may have been $28,000 costly to Todd Bodine.
Todd Bodine was very lucky. Most of the cars stopped with him. I thought he was really going to have terrible track position, but he had to stop, and everybody else kind of followed him in. It surprised me.
When they get the green, there'll be 13 laps to go as you look at the top 10. We just completed lap number 36, working the 4th caution of the night. What do you think, Ernie? The 4 drivers who did not stop, will they have any kind of advantage, even though they're on 33-lap tires?
I tell you, looking at the 28 car, today we were practicing. We had 30, 35 lap tires on, put new tires on, maybe a 10. So I don't think that was a real wise decision. Now, I'm sitting up here and looking at somebody doing another thing, and, you know, I could be totally wrong, but I really think that one of those 4 cars that stayed out is going to win this race.
Well, of course,
we'll see, won't we?
Right.
The biggest thing, though, if you had a real chassis problem, you could come in and put Bite in the car, then that was a good stop.
Right. Now, what a kind of monkey-see-monkey-do world we have here. Todd Bodine stops because he has to. His grill is covered up by a paper plate. Almost everybody goes in with him.
Yeah,
He's very lucky.
I think that there are a lot of cars were probably wanting to take that back.
Green flag. Ken Schrader, Robert Presley, Mike Wallace in number 90, Lake Speed in number 9, and Bobby Hillen Jr. substituting for Davy Jones are the 5 drivers who right now would transfer to the Winston Select.
Boy, Schrader got a good start, and I'll tell you, you can bet one thing, his right leg is to the floorboard in that car. With 13 laps to go, he's going to let it all hang out. Robert Presley's flying well, too.
Thumb up, man.
Thumb up, yeah.
Presley is there. He is Schrader's shadow as they come to the line with 12 laps to go.
The 3rd car in that group is Mike Wallace, and he's not losing any ground whatsoever to leader.
Here comes Todd Bodine. On the outside, he is up to 6th. 1 spot away from a transfer.
The one thing about it, he'll run it just like in Daytona. He'll go in that 3rd corner nearly wide open. I know that, boy. I mean, there's no feathers on those legs.
6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and they're pulling down on Bobby Hillen. This is for the final transfer spot. Bodine goes to the outside, draws even with Hillen, into turn 1, makes the pass. He's in the show. 5 laps to go, or 10 laps to go, rather.
Well, I'm telling you, you talk about moving. Todd Bodine went in that corner. He pulled 3 car lengths going in the corner on Bobby Hillen.
Sorry, this will be 10 laps to go when they come to the line. 4-car breakaway, but Todd Bodine is pulling the rest of the field up to them.